Hello! Welcome back, everyone, to Explorers of Eardsihimmle, where I, RGM, bring together several friends from across the internet to play on a TTRPG show. Woo!
Sup?
Sup?
I'm friend.
Yeah!
I am on show.
we got an Uzu back, but we have lost a Blue and a Kayla today.
Equivalent exchange.
There must have been a sacrifice. I'm sorry.
They'll be back. Next session. We'll
have B back next session. Blue.
Yeah. Blue's going on a trip.
And a favorite rocket ship.
And a favorite rocket ship.
High five, right?
But yeah. Before we get into today's session, I got a few quick announcements to get through. We're going to talk about scheduling, and then we'll jump on into sponsors, and then go from there. So, first and foremost, we have some scheduling stuff. Last week I said that we were probably not going to be streaming next week. That is a lie. I have lied to you. I'm sorry.
He's a liar, and his pants are currently on fire.
Yeah, I lied to you. We will be continuing with our current schedule, filming and schedule, stream schedule. The reason why is because we will actually be off for the 26th of April, which is going to be in a couple of weeks. As such, next week, which is going to be episode 13, that will be the week in which we do our giveaway. We'll be running it a little bit early because of everything that's going to be going on. But the house is mostly done. The studio is getting set up. We have things moving in, and I have a lot of work to do regarding that. So if things start seeming like things will finally be changed, yeah, that when we start filming again after the 26th, we'll be in the studio officially. It'll be done, and then we can never have to move anything ever again unless we really have to. Yeah.
if in that case, it would be a situation of the studio is actually going to be moving to a proper spot. But
yeah. But with that in mind, there's so much to do, so little time to do it. But we will be off on the 26th. No filming, no uploads. We'll probably be doing like very light announcements. We'll probably do a lore drop. And we'll probably come out with a short depending on certain situations, just so that way we can have a little bit of holdover until the 3rd. So if you want to, by that time, it would be a good idea to also catch up on some episodes for the sake of it. And yeah. Let's see, what else is there aside from that? We got lore drops coming. They'll be coming very, very soon. Things are just kind of a bit hectic for both me and Blue. We have not been able to sit down for our second session of lore stuff. But yeah, we're getting to work on it. Plus, Kayla, who had taken the initiative, and we now have a Wikipedia. We do. If you guys want to start helping, we do have a Wikipedia now. The Wikipedia is set up. We have a web space for it. So if you guys, it could be anybody here, it could be anybody that are watching. If you're interested in contributing to the Wikipedia pages, all that fun stuff, we'll be talking about layouts with Kayla eventually very soon. We would appreciate any help with the Wikia. It would be super cool, so that way a lot of information can kind of become a little bit more unified, and also I can do some updates on stuff that like world updates, considering so much has changed from when we first started to where we are now. So yeah, all that fun goodness. What else? Let's see. All of our scheduling is up to date. thankfully. And also a big shout out again to Tara, who has been helping us with all of our social media posts, because that has gotten us to reach a little bit further into the community. Super cool. Love it. Lots of it. Can't wait to see what happens. Again, thank you, Tara, because you it's a job it's a job I do not take lightly.
No, I get you. Thanks for, kind of outlining everything for me. But yeah, no, it's definitely useful to have a social media reach. So I'm always happy to help. Glad to be part of the team.
to which our social media reach does go pretty much everywhere in terms of social media, with the exception of Threads and Twitter. Because I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to call it anything the fuck else.
Boo.
I'm not calling it anything else.
If Elon can dead name his daughter, we can dead name his social media platform.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We are ruthless here.
Yeah, we really are. Fuck the corporate overlords. So that being said, and last things last for my announcements. To my understanding, YouTube has released a brand new feature called Hype. Hype is only accessible through your mobile device, which, as to my understanding, a good chunk of you are watching this show on, and probably listening in the background. Might I please ask and or recommend, when you like the video, that you give us a wee bit of hype. And what Hype does is that it also pushes us up into a leaderboard, and it also helps us in the algorithm. So that way the show can reach more fans, and we get to, share the story with all of you even more, which is something that I've really wanted and kind of have been doing a lot to build up to. So if you guys want to help us out a little bit more, give us a like, give us some hype, and don't forget to subscribe. Good chunk of y'all don't really actually subscribe to my to those who don't know. A lot of you are unsubscribed from us, but you still watch us. No, not shame. I understand. Sometimes we're a little tentative. But also, algorithmically speaking, if you're watching us already and you're sitting through 4 hours of us being, silly, one would be able to imagine, it's just gonna show up. It's just gonna show up on your feed. But yeah, no. If you're over on mobile, give us a like, give us some hype. Help us achieve the goal of becoming a super cool D&D show. If you would please, we would deeply appreciate it over here. And with that being said, I think that's it for my announcements. I'm gonna leave it off to Kendra while I go fix something real quick.
Yeah, you go fix whatever it is that you broke. Anyway. So we're starting off here with EN Publishing and their Level Up Advanced 5th edition. For those who don't know, we do give away a copy of this book every month. So do please pay attention, and we will announce when we are giving these away. And we also will be announcing the winners of said book, I believe the episode after?
Next week.
Episodes after? Yeah.
Next week for the next one.
So yeah, you guys do keep an eye out for those. We will make it clear in our announcements of the live stream that we will be giving it away. We only give them away over the live stream, so do pay attention there. The upside of this amazing book is that there's 650 or so pages. It's huge. It's great for DMs. It's great for players, and you can do all sorts of stuff. You put the onion away.
Don't be rude.
We're not sponsored by the Onion.
We could be.
That would be fantastic.
We could. Yeah, we could be.
Mr. Onion, if you would.
Tim Onion.
Anyway, beyond that, let's move on over to D&T. They've got tea and tea accessories, green, herbal, black, all sorts of flavors. They have specialty teas of the month. They have a dragon tea series going on. I believe Blue is getting her tea in the mail very soon, and I would love to hear her opinion on that when she comes back in 2 weeks. But until then, D&T has all sorts of crazy stuff. They have fantastic bundles. They got infusers, tumblers, mugs, etc. I'm still working through my Underdark and Chill. They give you so much in one bag, and if you parse it out like I do, having maybe 1 or 2 cups every week, it really lasts, and it's really good. I really enjoy it, so I very much recommend giving D&T a try if you're looking for a new tea supplier, and if you're, into D&D, which if you're watching this show, you likely are. I don't know, shrug, check them out. And then last but not least, we have Volante Design. Because Volante Design is closing out. They only have so many designs left. I'm actually looking at their website right now. It looks like they have a whole lot of things on sale. So do check out what they have. They have things for plus size, things for those that are slimmer. They've got various accessories, all sorts of outfits, this, that, the other thing, to really give your wardrobe a big boost. So do please check out Volante Design. Since they are closing down, unfortunately, there's a lot of sizes that are out, but if they have your size and something you want, you better snap it up before it's gone for good. So, you can find all of our sponsors in the links below with their various matching codes. Use those codes at checkout, you save a little, we get a little back, and everybody's happy. Yay!
Woo!
I think that's everything.
I believe so. Alrighty, just
Okay, good, because you were sitting there quiet and staring off to the side. I'm just like, did I miss something?
No, you're fine. All right.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I was trying to put Discord on Do Not Disturb. All right. Well then, friends, I think it's time for us to go ahead.
Apologies, Aaron. The microphone cut out for us.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. It may have just been the wire moving around.
All right. Well, that being said, let us go ahead and get on into today's session of Age of Exodus. Yeah, you guys?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah?
We're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope to stay here.
All right. Well then, where we had last left off. As the Six Fangs, after escaping the treacherous bottoms of the first 10 floors of the dungeons and being requested to assist with investigation with a northern tower of Al-Anon. Your first step, however, takes you to the Boreal Grove, a forest city that has been built up by druids and rangers and those of the naturey persuasion in order to assist them with an investigation over a concerning amount of attacks regarding gnolls and witch oil constructs. After some shenanigans involving a bookstore,
Teehee.
all of you find yourself at the behest of Siri Mirathari and the other two individuals from the secondary group that you guys had initially started with back in Kerry Morith, or at least a couple of their characters, the Tusker Miracle and as well as Ian Risenbull have made their way to the Boreal Grove in order to assist the investigation at the request of not just only the Grand Magus, but also Baracus Rosewall. I know what I said.
Escaping the bottoms.
Escaping the bottoms.
You gotta watch out for those bottoms.
Never escape me.
Those bottoms gotta watch out for us.
Fuck.
Now, Aaron, that's a fade to black scene. Come on.
I know. As I said, we do the shenanigans around here. Oh Lord. All right. Well then, as all of you begin the traversal heading towards the north end of the Boreal Grove. Excuse me, no, that's not what I wanted. Yes, there we go. There we go. Your investigation begins as you begin to determine which side of the north end of the Boreal Grove you will be heading. If you will be heading further west to the north, or if you'll be going directly north from the grove.
If I remember right, I think we did decide to stick close together and head north. Be close enough to be able to communicate, but far enough away to be productive.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
In case anything went south, we'd be able to help the other team, and vice versa.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright. Well then. As you traverse out of the main area of the Boreal Grove, you all hit the road towards the north in order to begin your investigation with what had been the initial attacks of these gnolls and witch oil constructs. Let's see. Okay. So, and by following one of the later reports, as you begin to go through the roughness of the densely packed forests area of the Boreal Grove, you find with what looks like to be a small site where various attacks had happened. You can see with what looks like to be not only the scarring on the trees that are very fresh. Let's see, who has the highest investigation? That's intimidation.
Yes, we will just scare the clues out of hiding.
Yeah. Alright, Beowulf. You get the first major glance in terms of investigation as you get a understanding that a skirmish had happened here regarding what would have been a very light-footed trader, and as well as the same kind of disposition of the area in which you guys had experienced not too long ago, about a couple days ago, when you were attacked at night. You can see what is left behind are the stained puddles of witch oil, as well as very obviously stained red bark of blood, as well as the usual tattering of clothes here and there. There is a very obvious pattern that, you also find various arrows kind of still sticking out of the trunks of trees. There is, again, just not enough information to really conclude, but you can definitely tell that there was an attack here.
What is the make of the arrows? Are they crude? Are they finely crafted?
The arrows look finely crafted, as if they were manufactured.
It'd be good to take a few of those, just for evidence.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Did the gnolls hit us with arrows?
Yes.
Okay. Well, those were
like looking at Abel.
Were those? Did we have any of those arrows left, or did we even bother with those? I'm trying to remember.
Unfortunately, I don't think we picked any of those up.
Gotcha.
There may still be one lodged in the wagon, but that's back at town.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll grab some of these and make some comparisons. It looked like there was a skirmish here not too long ago. Another ambush of sorts.
Yeah, Cirrus will be collecting a few scraps of cloth. We might be able to find out something about the victims or the attackers from these. No idea who left what at this point, he says, looking at a scrap. But hey, clues are clues.
Indeed. It doesn't seem that this trader was alone, though. And if they are nearby, well, if they can survive one night, perhaps we can meet them on the way back. We shouldn't dally from our objective, though.
Mm-hmm. Definitely keep an eye open.
Can I... Because I just got this feature when I leveled up. I just want to note that Briar is using her ley line awareness, which will allow her to always know which way is north.
Ooh.
Yes. Let's see. You can definitely tell that, like kind of concluding in by direction, you can definitely see that that the footsteps kind of roam closer towards the lakeside than they actually do towards the path. Almost as if that they're kind of like hugging the lakeside based off of what you can see in terms of like tracking. Let's see. Do you have any speak with plant abilities?
I don't believe
druid?
that I have speak with. I don't believe that I have speak with plants. No, but part of the part of her natural demeanor is that she knows the general health of the local ecosystem, and if anything unnatural or magical is upsetting the natural order. But I don't have speak with plants.
Okay, make me a investigation check with advantage regarding that.
15.
Good for that advantage.
Nice.
All right. So, in terms of it, as you go to inspect and kind of feel the draw of the energy of the lands around here, you can tell where a lot of that combat with the witch oil construct, or where all this black staining on the ground is, seems to disrupt the natural flow of certain things. Natural life energy, the energy of the star itself is disrupted here. And
So the black marks are disrupting, like,
Yeah.
the life of the star.
almost as if it's kind of almost as if it's siphoning the life away itself. It almost is reminiscent to that of necromancy. But there is no determination of necromantic spells being cast around here. And even then, usually necromantic spells, if not used frequently in an area, would usually allow the area to heal over very quickly. But this is very weird in terms of it lasting beyond 24 hours the way it is.
Okay. So Briar will point that out. She'll kind of point at the marks. These marks are draining life from the star. It's parasitic.
Does it look like anything I've seen before?
It looks like the staining of witch oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any spells that might be able to help clear that up?
What is the witch oil on? What
It's
is
on
it
the
staining at the
ground.
moment?
It's on the ground. It's on the trees. It's
You cut out.
It's on the ground. It's on the trees. It's kind of a little bit everywhere. Like I said, combat had happened here, and the spreading of witch oil when it touches nature, it seems to drain it.
I will take a minute or two using mold earth continuously, overturning earth, trying to push it away from soil towards like maybe rocks or different debris, having these small like waves of earth slowly climbing trees, enfolding over itself, trying to scrape away what it can of whatever oil remains, just trying to contain it, let the dirt absorb it, and yeah, Beowulf's just going to be meticulously doing that, only for a minute or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cirrus probably will likewise be using prestidigitation just to try to pry some of this staining off, get some of the witch oil at least off of some of the natural things around here.
A lot of the reaction area of spells when you guys use magic on the witch oil, the witch oil expends a great deal of energy when you clean it up. So your magic becomes significantly stronger when cleaning this up. So all the magic that you guys had used, with the exception of prestidigitation, because you can't upcast prestidigitation.
No, but I can use it as many times as I want.
That is true. It becomes exceptionally more powerful. So it is
Well,
as if it is casted at a level higher.
That's fun. Interesting.
I'm not sure if there's much benefit to mold earth doing that, but I'll definitely note that.
Yeah. You can see as Tusker has also doing his bit of investigation, he seems to be continuously looking at a book while also taking a look around. Briar, you are familiar with the fact that Tusker had bought a religious text back the other day?
Yeah, she
yesterday?
remembers that.
Yeah, that seems to be the same book. Ian, on the other hand, who is currently going around and looking for the discarded weaponry, bow, arrows, as well as trying to find any other any spare daggers, swords, weapons that he can find in order to inspect them. Having only the bare fortunates of finding a spare dagger that was left behind by the gnolls.
Do I recognize any of the contents of the book that Tusker has?
No. This looks to be a relatively newer edition. This religious text, as far as you are aware, is probably something that has come about from the last 10, 15 years. And given the fact that the Fae usually don't deal in terms of higher religion, especially the divine gods, given their disposition, it would be relatively unfamiliar to you.
Okay. I guess you said she also noticed Ian looking around for weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I think she might subtly use druidcraft to, like, make some air to, like, blow away any, like, small twigs or leaves or whatever to kind of clear the area a little bit.
All right. As you do, it is like a cold breeze, almost glacial. You could see some of the plant life kind of curling as if to go to sleep. Vale.
Yeah.
You currently being here and also the highest passive perception at the moment. You do take note that one of the tree branches within this area looks unnaturally snapped up in the corner. As you inspect on top of these trees, you see kind of just like one that's like broken and kind of hanging. And you can take note that there is also various other tiny little details, such as some scrap clothing that had long since been torn as well, snagged on one of the rocks in the area. You can also see buried under some of the leaves that have been kind of blown away after Briar had done her work. You notice that something was covered.
Okay. I will carefully go over to uncover it.
Okay. As you push some of the leaves out of the way, you can see with what looks like to be a journal of some sort. You can see with what looks like to be this leftover stain of a palm print in an attempt to hide and leave behind.
I will carefully pick it up.
Okay. It is a leather-bound journal.
Okay. I will like after turning it in her hands, like looking at the cover and the back, she will open it.
Okay. From the initial glance, it looks like numbers. Tons and tons of numbers, record keeping, payments made, payments to make, certain debts that need to be collected, certain debts that haven't been collected from them. This looks like an extremely well-kept record of expenses for a traveling merchant. As you kind of just skim through, certain details kind of come to light. This merchant was in the business of selling various types of wares, between clothing all the way to selling like certain travelable tchotchkes, like little magic stones, various timekeeping pieces. Sorry.
That's a tongue twister.
Right?
Timekeeping
pieces. Yeah. And certain types of jewelry. Rings, necklaces, and what looks like to be a trader that sold higher end goods on foot. And then towards the back, by the time you start reaching, you begin to notice that violent scribbling in order to project what it is that had attacked this individual. Obviously, based off of the kind of hunched look of these creatures with a very Canaan-like head, you can definitely detect that this person, who probably tried to give some kind of warning to somebody who might be able to find this, is that they were attacked by something that looked like this. And then as you turn over the page, you see a completely different figure. Far more humanoid. You can see upon the white paper what is basically just a bloody outline. But it is as if to detail, like, they are trying to say that this creature lacks any real dark features. At least by the determination of the scribblings. As if this creature was clad in white.
She'll relay this to everyone.
Well, we could probably assume the hunched figure is probably the gnoll, but the humanoid. All white, with bloody out. These gnolls have like a demonic superior, right? Or the leader, the god they follow, that sort of thing.
You see his Tusker, kind of the sliding of metal. That would be correct. At least that's what I've managed to pick up on. These gnolls, at least for what organization that they do have, look like that they are following some kind of god or some fiendal that might have convinced them to work for their side. I've known quite a number of gnolls, those who have certainly prefer the benefits of society, but those out here, no, they prefer to raid and kill.
Raid and kill, but I wonder how much of the stuff they're collecting and why.
Would Beowulf know that gnolls have fiendish origins, like a hyena being a host for the fiendish gnoll to rise from?
You are aware that that there used to be a dark god in the past that had given gnolls their traits and their existence. That god, as you already have become aware with the Age of Exodus, had long since left or had disappeared into the great ether beyond. And now that there's not really a demon worth looking at taking care of a former demonic god leftovers, these creatures have long since no direction in their life, and so it would suit those who are like these ones well to seek out a new demon to follow in hopes of either survival or for some kind of benefit to their colony.
And would Beowulf know of any devilish influences that might try something like this? Anything he might have dealt with before?
You are aware that devils are opportunists at heart. Demons are natural bastards. They could not fucking care less. All they care about is claiming souls to feed off of and using anybody and anything in order to gain that. The thing that probably worries you the most, if this tells you anything, is that these gnolls have an advanced measure of organization. They are capable of raiding in smaller parties alongside with expendable soldiers, and that makes it dangerous. So if there is a demon or a devil that might be involved, you would imagine that at least the latter might have a bit more of an influence.
I voice these musings to the rest of the party. I suppose we will need more puzzle pieces before we can start assembling the grand image. We should keep moving.
Agreed.
Alright. Let's see. As you gather to decide a heading, what direction do you guys want to go? Do you want to keep going north, or do you want to follow the lakeside?
Briar found those footsteps, the footprints nearer to the lake, correct?
I believe so.
Which appears to be the more traveled road.
So
Alright.
follow the lake.
Alright.
Ooh, I'm so sorry, Tara. For some reason, you're really quiet for me.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
I never hear that I'm too quiet.
That's why I'm so perturbed. Just like, oh, that's why.
Me?
Why can't I hear Tara?
Nani the fuck?
Which
All
appears
right,
to be more the more traveled road.
Based off of Briar's investigation, you determine that the lakeside looks like to be the much more traveled effort. By the time you make it to the lakeside, you do acknowledge it goes from like the kind of supported stiffness of roots and dirt and whatnot before it descends into sand. And your boots and shoes kind of begin to slightly sink into it as you kind of have to skirt the line between hardened ground and loose sand. So this does slightly affect your travel, but as you begin to start heading further north, you do notice that the sun has started beginning to set to the south after traveling on foot pretty much all day to the north end of the Boreal Grove.
I fear the lakeside might expose us to more ambushes.
Yeah, and if they have come through here, we might encounter them in the night. If we want to get a good night's rest, it might be good to step away from here and find a little bit more of a sheltered space.
Agreed.
Yes, let's take cover and make shelter for the night.
I feel like they might have ambushed from the trees.
From the trees?
Yes, I saw oddly broken ones. And it makes me feel as if they travel through there.
This will
How
prompt
close-
Sirius to look upward and see if he can find anything up there. Just above
Yeah,
him.
I'd like to look around too. How close is the tree line to the lakeside? Like to the water?
So to the water, it's probably about quarter mile out from the tree line. I know that on the map it looks like it's hugging the lakeside, but there is space there.
Of course, you have a big world map here.
Yeah. But yeah, from the tree line, it's about a quarter mile out towards the actual lake water. It is up to you guys, but if you look inside the tree line, Cirrus and Beowulf may... Cirrus and Beowulf, go ahead and make me an investigation check. Since
Investigation.
you're
Okay,
kind
no
of...
boost is just a raw 20.
Yeah.
That is a 17.
17.
And I have a 21.
Okay. Upon closer inspection and with attention to detail, especially those upper branch or the lower branches, which are a little bit more thicker, you can somewhat tell that there are probably scarrings. Either it could be from animals, but it could also have something to do with gnolls. But every so often, you'll probably notice a tree that has long since grown to its full size, and then the lower branches have died off a bit, and you can see some have snapped, some have bent heavily. You can see that there is some scarring of claws on the side of the trees. They do seem to have a natural occurrence to when they do enter the main forest area, that they like to keep themselves high up and out of sight.
Okay. And you said it's about a quarter mile between the tree line and the water?
Yes.
And it's pretty sandy, so there likely isn't any evidence remaining on the sand at this point.
True.
It's also likely that unless you're driving a Ven Reaver, you're not going to be able to get horses and carriages through this area either.
It is very sandy. And Beowulf kind of has the beautiful mind equations going right now.
Beowulf with math equations around his head.
I have a proposition then. Good Icevale. Let us... What if we were to create a trench? It would only take me a minute or so. out in the sand. It would prevent us from being ambushed from above or the tree line. We would most likely hear anybody coming, and with a trench, we could conceal a campfire to keep warm tonight. And give us a bit of a natural barrier from any attacks.
Clarification, is this a trench in the sand or along the edge of the sand?
In the sand, close enough to where I was sort of picturing it, like halfway between the water and the tree lined, like sort of where the dirt starts to meet the sand. So there's a lot of compact dirt still that I would be able to push up on the sides and create like a sturdy underbelly for us. And sand doesn't go too deep until you start getting like really close to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was a little worried, because if you made a trench in the sand, it probably would just kind of fill itself in.
Yeah. I would try to avoid going beneath the water line on the lake if I could help it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my suggestion.
It wouldn't be bad. Although they may have other routes, and who knows. Does Sirius know if gnolls have, like, good night vision or something?
Let's see.
Consult the sacred texts.
Make me a... You want to know what? I'll say your passive Arcana will tell you.
Okay.
Gnolls do have a type of dark vision. Much like, probably like yours, because obviously these are raiding creatures that prefer to attack at night. So they do have what is assumedly some kind of means to see in the dark.
Okay, so we couldn't rely on this to totally catch them off guard if they're just running through the dark. They might actually see it, so...
Yeah.
If we do this, we're gonna have to have some kind of illusion hiding it. Or some weak structure over it so that if they do try to step on it, it just collapses.
Noted. If I have a little time, I will try to create a couple, maybe 2 fake trenches between our encampment and the tree line, and then loosely pack that over the top with dirt and twigs might find, making a couple pitfalls.
Okay. That is absolutely doable. The effort does take a wee bit of time, but you have set your traps, and you have dug your trench for you guys to be able to create a slightly dirt-like bunker for camping for the night.
Downward Minecraft house.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And a quarter mile is still 1,000 feet. That'll give us a solid minute or 2 before they would be able to reach us from the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With so many of us, it might actually be beneficial to have 2 people on watch. Just like one to watch towards the lakeside and one towards the forest.
Good call.
As that gets finally set up, you do take note that Tusker, however, his plans are to kind of stay up on top. As he kind of approaches, I will remain a permanent watch. I can probably manage to take at least a few if they decide to get a little too quirksome. Not sure.
But won't you need to rest?
I wouldn't worry about that.
Why not?
I am much like your ally here. As he kind of like waves his hand towards Briar.
You're Fae.
Well, not directly Fae. I am of elven descent.
We still need to trance.
Of course, and so I'll do it right before all of you go to bed, and then I'll survive the night.
Very
Alright.
well.
So long as we're able to keep eyes on things.
Of course.
Beowulf just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose. Of all the times to be vague. Very
No,
well.
we can't expect a full backstory from somebody just on a whim.
Well, I've already told you all more than what most others know.
I consider that good enough for now. But yeah, we'll have ears open, have a couple people on watch at times, and then I think that should cover us just in case anybody tries to go out on a raid.
Alright. I shall take first watch with Tusker.
Of course.
I will take second.
And you can see as you take to the ascent alongside
sorry.
Tusker. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on.
It's the wire. It's positioned
always
just
is.
like one little funky way.
I'm
For those older listeners, do you remember when you had your iPod and you had to wrap the wire for your earbuds around just right in order to make it
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, the memory. I'm so old.
Yeah.
I'm
Once we move to the
old.
studio, I'm gonna take the receiver. I'm just gonna like paste it under the table.
Yeah.
Just so that way.
That'll probably save quite a bit.
Yeah. All right. And as all of you kind of prepare and settle into the trench, as you, Beowulf, and Tusker, as he kind of goes into his bag, you see he pulls out with what looks like to be a like super interesting looking folded chair. And as he just like pulls the sides, it kind of comes out a bit like a director's chair, but like it looks like it's made out of the same cloth that's on Vale's cape.
Ooh.
I have put a GIF in the chat, which I believe describes how he sets it up.
Love that.
As he just kind of
All
like
right.
sets it into the sand, and he just sits there, and he begins to kind of go into the trance for a little while.
I will take some time as we start our shift to activate my quick learner. And, oh, I guess it says starting at every dawn. Never mind. I'll do it after I sleep.
Okay. As the twilight in the south begins to set, night begins to fall, and I'll let you guys discuss among yourselves or with anybody that you feel like you want to talk to at the moment.
I think Briar might approach Ian.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, get the popcorn.
As you go to approach Ian, he has taken to what looks like to be this kind of like this like flat pack seat that he's kind of like a bit hunched on, and then with what looks like to be this quick top grill that he has also packed along with him, as he is not only just like keeping a wee bit warm, but also with what looks like to be a pot with some rice and meats all kind of slowly coming to boil in heat.
She kind of just walks up, kind of not like hostilely, but like assertively, as she points at him. We need to talk.
You see, he looks genuinely confused. Okay. As he turns the stove down to low and then leans his back up against some of the dirt.
She kind of just like crosses her arms. It's like just looking like this pains her already. Adara and Abel have been on my case. They would like our cooperation to go as well as it can. And in order for that to be possible, I need you to forget what you saw.
I'm sorry. And what was it that I saw?
She glares at him. Do not play dumb. Not right now. Come on.
I will be entirely honest. I find it very admirable that you are willing to cross the trench in order to make peace, but I don't think that that's the best way to do it.
I didn't say anything about making peace. I just wanted to get them off my back. More, I want neutrality. But instead, you keep provoking me.
And how am I provoking you? So that way I can not do it again in the future.
It's everything. It's the way you talk, the faces you make. You have to be more self-aware than this.
I'm learning a lot of self-awareness as of late, but I can't simply just not exist.
That's not what I'm saying. Look, I know you think I'm some spoiled bratty princess, and you get kicks and giggles out of Riley. the pace. Sorry.
That was genuinely him.
She points. That right there. That's what I mean.
I was just agreeing with you.
You think it's so funny to agitate me, to be an irritant. I've had enough problems in my life lately. I don't need you adding to them. You don't even know me.
I mean, I could say the same thing, but you know.
Just as I've made my judgments of you, you've made your judgments of me.
I don't want to proactively bother you. In fact, I much prefer not to try and proactively bother anyone else. I'm doing a lot of self-discovery after a very difficult event in my life as well. I do sympathize with you about that. You have a lot going on. And I'm not gonna make fun of you for that. And I certainly don't want to cause you any more trouble than I already have. Not just because I think that, I don't want to be screamed at.
She makes a face at that.
But because I do kind of get you.
What do you mean by that?
You see as he kind of really holds the pause, he looks over to see everybody else kind of talking amongst each other and themselves and busy with their own thing, so he feels inclination to make sure that they stay over there.
I would say if he saw Wolf is currently whittling quietly, but kind of casually looking over their direction like a giant owl with the moon reflecting off his goggles as he's just like watching Briar and Ian.
He's ready to jump in.
He has been watching since the moment Briar walked towards Ian.
Let's see. I'm gonna say
he can't hear anything, but he's watching.
That's so
purposely,
funny.
purposefully putting on the dad pulls out shotgun, lays it on his lap while the boyfriend's over.
Just keeping the knife in hand.
Yep, exactly.
That's so funny.
Knowing that probably nobody can hear him, he turns back to you. I can't go home.
I guess we do have that in common. May I ask why?
I think that there might be my father. I'm not sure if Adara might have talked to you about this or not, but we are a very rare type of nobility in Maria. We're rich, we have a lot of money, and we earned it in a very commercial way. Good business, good sales, good marketing tactics. My mother is a magical genius. Something I did not pick up. And my father is painfully difficult. He saw that when I was with Adara, that was the only good thing I have ever done as a son of Risenball.
Why? For some political reasons?
Again, not sure if Adara might have talked about this, but the name of Brimlight echoes across this star. Their father is a champion of the goddess of light, and well-known fact of their mother being one of the most powerful sorceresses, and a court mage for Centennial, the king and god of Lumeria. So you can kind of guess that when I somehow, in whatever charm I think I have or had imbued upon me, that I managed to start forming a relationship with Adara, my father, who has often considered my birth a lucky feat. That I am actually worth finally something. So, you can imagine after the catastrophic fuck up of my actions that my father's rage knows no bounds. So, I made some decisions, and one of them was to leave as soon as possible.
Knowing the stakes that your connection to Adara had, I guess I never asked or understood why you did it, then. Why you lashed out at her.
You can tell that there's a little bit of shame on the face. As if it kind of says it all. Before he looks at you. Because any failure in the face of my father comes with extreme punishment. I'm not supposed to be second best.
Well, then... I suppose I can understand why you left. I didn't leave my home by choice. I was imprisoned, and then I was forced to flee. I don't really have a home to return to anymore myself.
Well, ain't this the fucking pits, huh?
Welcome to rock bottom. We should start making jackets.
I mean, considering how cold it is around here, huh?
She'll actually smile at that. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that.
Oh, well. So hopefully that also explains a bit of my aloofness. Now, don't tell anybody, don't tell Adara, and don't fucking telling my story to anyone that I don't decide to tell to.
Very well. That reminds me. I believe it was... Sorry, I'll ask before I metagame. Was Briar present when Arthur came by with the charge blade for Adara?
I think you were at the
If
library?
I remember right, I believe Briar had actually left by then.
Okay, then never mind.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. So, she'll ask in this case. Did you finish your charge blade?
I did. Albeit with frustrations, but I did.
Good. I didn't tell anyone about that, and I won't tell anyone about this either.
And as promised, I will not turn that weapon on any of you.
A deal's a deal. We shook on it.
You did. Hungry?
Yeah.
You see as he turns off the stove with a click and he brings up the pot as he has this small little wooden cup as he pours quite a bit into it and passes it over before he pours the rest into his own like little bowl.
She takes the cup. It's already starting to frost over a little bit, so she tries to eat quickly.
Yeah. Thankfully, with wooden cups, you don't have to worry about that as much. Heat transference in wood doesn't is not as quick.
Well, I'm dumb with science, Aaron. Did you ever think about that?
I'm just describing science.
I would say
Nice.
not long after Briar gets her cup, Sirius is coming over. He's made his own meal alongside Adara. He's coming over, just like, hey, any of you interested in some of this? We've got a few extras we made up.
I'm good.
I got a couple plates.
Briar will kind of just like shake her head a little bit and just kind of like back off away slightly, because she wouldn't be intentionally having a conversation with Ian, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, suit yourselves. More for Abel. Abel, I've got another helping for you.
Seeing them get along, Beowulf will quietly smile to himself, shake his head, and pay attention to his whittling now. Comfortable.
And Briar, before you leave, he peeks up again. I think book 3 is my favorite.
Oh my god.
Myra had some pretty good moments. That's all.
Briar's cheeks heat again, knowing that he has actually read these books, and she just kind of turns away and just kind of scurries off.
He mentions the name Myra, especially in the book series. She is a well-known princess with the same kind of fiery attitude.
Ironic given how icy she is.
Yeah. All right. As your conversation with Ian comes to a conclusion, Vale.
Yep.
You hear a slight chime, a ring that comes from your echo stone.
Pick it up.
You do see
The urge to ask if it has caller ID.
It does.
It does.
You can
It's
see
What the
kind
fuck?
of
like
just
it's a magic cell phone.
yeah. You can see kind of like along the crystalline design that's on the front. You can kind of see on each of the corner the name of Amon-Ra kind of just going around it.
Okay. She will answer.
Right.
Hello, Amon-Ra.
As it kind of splits open, you can see the bright-looking face of Amon-Ra, who is looking to be in a very somewhat dark place. Hey!
It tilts head. Where-
Underground Inn.
I see.
Yeah, as you see as he's talking to you, like you can also hear a little bit of talking in the background, the light female voice of Kane as there is a conversation happening. So, how do you go getting to the Boreal Grove?
Well, we were attacked the first night of our rest
Oh no.
by some gnolls and constructs of witch oil. We managed to make it out, and we've made it to the Grove, and we're now here with Ian and Tusker.
Okay. Well, at the very least, it sounds like things are going, well, better. At least for
Better.
you guys than it is for us.
What's happening for you?
We have managed to locate a small sect of cult members that have been recruiting the downtrodden and the unlucky. Seems like they like to take advantage of those who have been already taken advantage of.
Of course.
So, right now, we're working with some city officials in order to spread our scope and continue to figure out who might be leading this whole effort. But hey, at least you guys get to hit something.
I suppose. It's one of the easier answers in a way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, trust me, it's not like we haven't ran into a few of them. It's just hit and run tactics are my least favorite thing to do, especially when it's happening to us. Or me. Kane seems to disappear a lot in this city.
Do you know what she's doing?
I mean, if she wants to tell me, she can tell me.
It would be good for her to tell you, especially if you're to work together.
And you can kind of see as he looks back, she's still continuing a conversation with some other people. I mean, she seems like her hands are full. Not that I'm disagreeing with you, I'm just, yeah. No, yeah.
One shouldn't work alone, especially in a situation like this, but it's also good for you to know what she's doing, so then you won't accidentally step over plans of hers. Or maybe you could even supply support that she doesn't even know, because she's probably too full of herself to even talk about it.
How do I even start that conversation? Usually if I just want to do something, I do it.
Well, you can't. But how well do you know Kane?
To be honest, what I do know is that she's an exceptionally skilled mage, though young. She doesn't like to talk about herself, and she often has this kind of air about her that she doesn't want to tell anyone anything. Almost as if to do so would be an inconvenience, and any time that either I or Tusker have pried, we're given a nice, blunt fuck off. And so I've kind of just taken the message. And
suppose that you don't need to know them personally, but still.
Well, I also know that she's a noble from this city as well. Not just, standard issue noble. I'm talking like Othram Assembly noble.
Right. Well, nobles do tend to be fairly... I don't want to say exactly secretive, but definitely talking about themselves and their history can be a hard one to get from them, just because of all the complications that it comes from such a background can tend to be quite sensitive. That
I don't know. I've often ran into nobility that can't stop talking about themselves.
well, those are the ones that I don't trust.
Hard to trust anybody that
Personally.
won't talk about themselves in general either. I
Well-
guess everybody has a reason.
Yes. Seems it would almost be better if we had switched places on this mission.
I don't know. I think you're a lot better where you are. I mean, not for nothing, Kane is making an active effort in order to help with the investigation, even if it is her own way. And me, I'm still learning. I think I got it.
Nods.
But you are right, though. It does seem like I have to be a bit more persistent with Kane if I'm going to learn anything.
Nods. No, I'm not telling you to try to pry into her personal life or anything like that, but still, to be able to actually have a conversation and to just be able to actually talk about what you're both doing would be best.
I agree. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. The only way to get past it is through it.
Isn't Kane an Earth Genasi?
Yeah?
Heh. Rock.
Yeah. And you kind of just like hear in the background, what are you laughing about? And it's just like, well, just
Time
like,
to try.
Yep, time to try. All right. Well then, I'll keep in touch. I'll let you know any updates whenever the case something does happen. All right?
Alright. Wait, quick question.
Yes.
I've come into a habit of doing a ritual every time before bed.
I know.
That's all I need to know. Good night.
Good night. And you see as the shape closes back into the kind of handheld diamond-like design.
And go collect my incense, as I will start with that ritual.
All right. And as the night begins to further, let's see. Ah, yes. I'm trying to do this one for a little while. Cirrus,
Oh, yes.
you receive a message from your Echo Stone as you see with what looks like to be a long-form explanation from your mother.
Oh, I better answer this. And I know that Blue's not here, but I imagine he would invite Adara over as well.
Yeah.
It may involve her, so he will answer.
All right. As the message plays, there is this kind of methodical tone to it, as you can see in the background with what looks like to be a large library, often found within the main castle of Lumeria, that your mother passes by for research every now and again. As she kind of paces along in the recording, you see as she finally stops and takes a seat. I know it is quite late where you possibly are, so I am going to send a message in order to give more information in regards to this vampire that you had all run into beneath the dungeons. In an attempt to investigate, given the fact that this is a mortal matter, Lord Sentinile had provided me the keys to his personal records. Something that we need not worry in terms of cosmic imbalance. But something did come across as interesting. Before the fall of Lemuria, 5,000 or so years ago, there was a private informant that had arrived to His Majesty in order to warn him of an impending attack by the Lich King. This informant seems to have been one of the generals of the Lich King's army. And by doing this, it allowed at least a couple of days of preparation and as well as a nod of respect. However, shortly after that, this individual had disappeared alongside with whatever happened within Lemuria. So I decided to reach out to some of my old connections in Wallenstein. A couple of scholars that have long since left the east side and made their way to Thalia. Some of those deeper records had placed this individual of familiar description in one of the battles of the Magus War. A massive and tumultuous event that caused a turn of an age after its settling during the time of the Feyvelmark. She stood alongside with an individual known as Alexandria the White, before suddenly disappearing from records leading into the Lost Age.
I see what you did there. I'll tell you later after session, Rye.
Gotcha.
For what it might be worth, whoever this individual is or was, they are seen as somewhat an ally to Lemuria, given their sudden disposition with their king, as well as fighting in the Great Magus War for the Lost Age. So something tells me that that connects her to the dungeon, and as well as the dungeon having something to do with the Lost Age as well. I'm not sure how well informed you two are of this, but I must persist to tell you both to be as careful as possible. Those who begin to learn anything of the Lost Age find themselves in grave trouble. And I worry that whoever this individual might be will come for someone or something if they are free now. I don't consider them a threat, but I do consider them dangerous.
Just like a mom to worry. I'll send her a confirmation that we got her message.
Okay.
And Cirrus also will be saving this. I don't know how sophisticated these echo stones are. I don't think he would be able to forward this over to Ignis, but he would also message Ignis about some vague details, keeping it short, but
Okay.
just saying that he got some information and will detail when they return.
All right. There is no message forwarding on these things. It literally
I thought not.
it plays and then it disappears into the ether.
No email CC?
No email CC, unfortunately.
No message saving? Gosh, okay.
These things are still relatively rudimentary. But they do make for easy conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that may be everything that I can really do with this information. I don't have a Dara to bounce ideas off of.
I know. But it was something that needed to play out eventually.
Yeah.
Alright. Well then. As all this information comes to head, you all find yourselves finally getting some rest with full bellies and a preparation for the next league of investigation. Now, before I forget,
We make it through the night.
for the most part, yeah. I mean, like, each and every one of you, as you go out on your walk, or on your watch, you do happen to run back into, Tusker, who is now definitely wide and awake. Anyone that wants to talk with him.
I'm good.
I think I'm all right.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
To which, by the by, he had never taken off his armor. Not once.
I suppose that may be one comment of just like, isn't it uncomfortable being in that armor all the time?
Yes.
Any reason you keep it on all the time?
I have a lot of reasons, but more for our sake, or for my sake. Never a bad time to always be prepared.
Cirrus will think back to the wagon and just, yeah, I can agree with that, but I figured, even with the trance, I figured you'd get exhausted being in this outfit all the time.
I've spent a great deal of time being comfortable in this set. It is almost second nature to me.
Alright, if you say so. To each their own.
Of course. However, I would have preferred to put up my tent, but I felt like it might be a bad idea given our current wide open location, but we've had no telltale signs of a violent incursion just yet.
Keyword, yet.
Always yet.
I think that'll do for Cirrus.
Of course. As you return down into the trench.
Right.
Yeah.
I make funny.
You do
You do make
funny.
funny.
Alright. Well then. As the night comes to an end and the day begins to break at the dawn, Rye, I want to round back and what skill would you be using your quick learner for?
Yes. Given how things have been going with traveling and knowing the treacherousness up ahead, the thought of needing a quick escape crosses Beowulf's mind. So his quick learning ability, he would take a moment at one point to ask Cirrus a few questions about the Ven Reaver, and I will gain proficiency in engineering until the next long rest.
Well, I can say right now, Sirius is probably going to sit there and just info dump.
And I would take in as much of that as possible, and I guess to the point that I become proficient.
Your mind is not like a cup, but like a pitcher. Like a massive 50-gallon barrel. There is so much room to learn in there before it needs to be emptied out again. And you just take in this waterfall of knowledge of engineering to the point that you have a very clear idea today about how it might work. But yeah, engineering is now one of your proficient abilities. It is your intelligence, proficiency, and so on.
Dope.
Okay, so as the day begins, where are you? So, as you all begin to start heading north, what's going on here? Come on. There we go. Peepaw. Good old Peepaw.
Was watching.
We love Peepaw. Dude, you made that art so fucking fast.
Thank you.
Holy
You
shit.
and Uzu both are so
It
impressive
is
with how fast
so
you can do
good.
that.
So the look of like he's so dead in the eye looking at him.
Just like, jeez.
One wrong move.
That's my granddaughter. Watch out, pal.
I'll
What can you
get
say
you.
about my granddaughter?
All right. Well then, as you all move on, you find yourselves traversing the path north and continuing your investigation, as there are plenty of spots that have still been attacked and raided, but that becomes more and more sparse as you head to the north end of the Boreal Grove.
Can Briar just wild shape? Just try and like sniff out if there's any clues.
Sure, I
Does she
believe
become
you.
a cute little Arctic fox?
No, she gonna be a wolf.
Oh, okay.
She gonna be
I
her wolf
will-
self.
Need that
I'll
sniffer.
accept that.
If you wish to, as you expend one of your druidic transformations, and you take the shape of this massive ice-colored fox or wolf. Sorry, god damn it.
Haha, I got you doing it.
Ha.
And as such, there are a bajillion different smells out here, between the plants, the water, the sand, the trees, various creatures that have made their way here, and trying to kind of lock down on a particular smell is a little bit of an effort. Let's see.
Is there anything of note?
At this point, using, I believe, let's see.
Oh, wait, you know what? We pulled some of those arrows and some scraps of cloth. We might be able to pick up a scent off of that.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Alrighty.
If we
that
find
would-
anything even a little similar to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pull up the little stat block real quick.
Oh boy. Love the sound of that.
Well, no, because,
Wolves
Got
have
this.
a stat block.
yeah.
Oh, that stat block. I thought you were like, oh, he's bringing up null stat blocks. Ambush time.
No, wolf.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. EFG.
In which, this is a creature guide that you can purchase from EM Publishing. The
Yeah.
same people who provide us with the Level Up Adventures Guide. Do check them out in
Yep.
the link below.
Okay,
Woo.
so.
Briar probably won't stay a wolf for like super long. This is just to try and track a scent,
Let's see.
if possible.
You gain advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing and smell, and they have a +1 to their perception.
Nice.
So yeah. Go ahead and roll me an advantage, as well as an additional expertise dice. So roll an additional
or
1d4.
in perception.
Yes.
Okay. 22.
22.
Very nice.
Ooh.
There
And then
is
1d4.
Yes.
2.
2. Okay, so
24.
24. Looks better than 24. 25. All right. So. Okay. As you isolate the smell of the arrow, it is the familiar smell of rot and viscera that kind of stinks the arrow. There is almost as if, in terms of it, of your mind's eye, a kind of scent trail gets left along as you focus. As the world goes dark, you can see the trail kind of leading further out towards the north end of the Boreal Grove. It begins to slightly curve towards the lake. And then from there, it is just a continued travel.
Now that she has the trail, Briar will shift back and relay that. We need to keep heading north.
All right. And as you do, As your persistence takes you further north, you find yourself nearby this this kind of limestone slab that is near the beach side. Following the trail, you guys have managed to see through some of the sand and various other kind of left behind tchotchkes and weaponry. This place looks like it's been used as a local camping spot for a lot of creatures. But more importantly, you can definitely smell and dictate that there are a lot of gnollish weapons that look both old and new here.
You say we find some weapons and things. Cirrus would probably pick through to see what he can find there in particular.
You do happen to find a lot of, like, scrap blades. A lot of this stuff is chipped, but for the newer stuff, it looks sleek and brand new in some ways. But obviously, like, they look a little too short. So these are blades that were probably discarded as something that can't even just be used normally for the creatures that gnolls are, you know, being so big and broad.
I don't see why Cirrus wouldn't just pick up maybe a couple new knives for himself and save up some of the old ones to resell.
Okay.
Why
you
not
do
put
have...
a little coin in his pocket later?
Yeah. And while you do take note that there is a stamped design on the side of some of these blades.
Ooh.
Yeah. The stamp design kind of has this A-frame, and then a T that kind of strikes where the cross of the A would be, and then a line down. Let's see.
I think I vaguely get what you're describing, but if you can draw it
Yeah.
for me after session or during break, that'd be great.
Yeah. Let's see. Veil. Upon inspecting the logo of this thing, make me a history check.
Okay, double check here. We have history, I do not. So, this. This is an 8.
8. It's not an unfamiliar logo. This is an Alatriz stamp.
You're gonna have to spell that for me.
Alatriz. It's one of the, it's technically the capital of the Barren Lands. It is one of the massive cities in the Western Isle, or the Western Nation, to the north of Orakani and the south of Yongus.
Alrighty.
Over on the map, you can kind of see it over there.
And I can go over with you during break, like which one of these weapons he'd like to keep.
Okay.
Oh, Rai put up a little doodle. Does that look similar in the chat?
Let's see. Notes. Oh, chat. Sort of,
Was
but it's where the that T comes, the strike where the A is. The
Okay.
the center line would be below that.
Okay, so the strike through for the A is the top of the T.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Does that ring any bells for Cirrus or any of them?
Given the fact that you're not a native around here, no.
Okay.
Which is the reason why I asked Vale.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Thank you for your help, Ray.
No problem.
Anyway, so, yeah, he's probably going to end up pocketing a couple decent knives for himself. Probably picking through any of them to sell to a blacksmith to reforge into something else, or sell to a weapons dealer.
I mean, it's not cheap steel either. It's probably steel that's come from out of Ortacani, given its location. So it's probably good metal.
Okay. Now, what of the other bits and bobs that are sitting around? We did find weapons, and there were a couple other kinds of things. Are they just like trinkets that we might actually be able to correlate with the journal that Vale found?
I mean, there's certainly like rusted over, blood-stained weaponry and shields and raiding equipment, but like this place has just like been kind of like a trash heap. In the terms of it, actually, yes.
We could probably safely determine then. Well, Cirrus probably would determine then. It looks like here they were raiding in order to find some better weapons and tossing a lot of their old ones in exchange. I actually really like this one. I think I'll take this and keep it for myself.
Cirrus.
Oh, yes. You're rolling a dice. I'm worried.
Uh-oh.
You hear something wildly fast zip out from the forest line.
Do I have a chance to react?
You have a chance to be able to turn around as this arrow hits you 18 to hit.
I don't have my shield, so yep.
Alright, so you are taking 7 points of piercing damage as you quickly just throw your hand up as the back of your gauntlet gets hit. You can feel the heavy dent as the arrow splits on the back of the armament, and just like the splintering like kind of like splashes against your face and cuts you a bit before you catch to see that there is an infantryman who had fired an arrow at at you.
Infantryman. Is it a Knoll infantryman?
No, it is a humanoid-looking infantryman, a human man, who seems to be kind of like wearing these thick leathers and kind of having a spear on his back while also kind of just holding the bow out and just like keeping an eye on all of you as there is this kind of panicked look on his face.
Briar, are you still a wolf?
Nah, she's changed back.
Oh, okay.
She did change back. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. armor up, sword out, charging.
All right. As you do, we're going to go to break. Yeah. Alrighty. So, with that being said, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We will be right back, and we will see you all then. Yeah.
Hooray!
All right. Break time.
Ooh.
we're back. Welcome back, everyone. How we doing?
Howdy.
Doing good. Ready to fuck up this totally definite bad guy that I look forward to putting down in combat.
Yes, he
You
is
shot
most
at
certainly
us.
definitely a bad guy.
Bad guy. He shot first.
He did shoot first.
Did
Did shoot first, and he did inflict some damage.
Alrighty. Oh, sorry. Alright. So, as you go running up, I'm gonna say, as you approach Beowulf, armor and blade up, you close the distance relatively quickly with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And upon closer look, you can see that this individual who fired at you is obviously doing so in a wild way, in kind of just as offensively as possible. You get up to him, and as you do close the distance, you can make an attack roll.
He looks aggressive.
Yes. Like he's
Okay.
dead focused on hurting somebody.
Okay. He doesn't look like a lost soldier or anything like that. He looks like a bandit.
No, he definitely looks like a soldier. Upon closer inspection, he does bear some the colors of red and white with what looks like to be this kind of rubelet kind of tag at the bottom for some indication that he might be some kind of soldier from a nearby city-state.
I don't recognize the colors, though.
God, that's the thing about you, is that those colors might seem unfamiliar to you right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check something super quick.
Man, we didn't even get to roll initiative.
It's just one guy.
Hmm.
And like I'm letting Beowulf
Well, he's
take the
one-
forefront here. Yeah.
He's one guy, but yeah.
All right. Beowulf is going to charge up, and does it just look like he has the crossbow on him?
He has a bow and a spear on him.
A bow and a spear. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna aim for the bow and attack that, trying to destroy his bow first.
Okay.
Try not to do any damage to him, because if there's just one of him, I would prefer to ask questions. So my charge is to run in and disarm him.
Okay. I believe there is a disarm action.
Is there?
Just a moment. Good old advanced 5th edition tools here. It's gonna take fucking forever. Alright. Book time! Time for book. Ugh. They knocked everything over.
This is why Aaron is such a proponent for physical copies, because sometimes it is faster to just leaf through a book to roughly where you need to be versus searching a PDF.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Sometimes, though.
Or the A5E website.
Or the A5E website.
Yeah. Culture, combat, actions in combat. 442. Disengage, dodge, high sprint, tumble, basic maneuver. A basic maneuver is disarm. So I believe I can... Combat maneuvers, basic. Yeah. You can use a disarm maneuver to attempt to knock an item or weapon from the creature's hand. If you are able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this maneuver replaces one of them. The target must be within your reach and be holding an item, either carried or wielded. The target makes a strength or dexterity saving throw against your maneuver DC. On a failure, you deal basic melee damage. The target drops the item in this space. The target has advantage if it is larger than you or holding an item with 2 or more hands, and a target smaller than you has disadvantage.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go for my DC maneuver is only an 11.
Yeah, and it's a part of your attack, so...
Okay, I'll try it.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and make an attack, and then I'll make a roll here if you hit.
Okay. My silver gilded greatsword. That is a 13 to hit.
13 just hits. So, as you go to strike the bow, you're going to use their dexterity. And I'm going to make this a public roll.
Okay. I'll be using the flat of my blade against their hands, trying to do non-lethal damage.
It'll sting, but it won't slash.
7 plus 3. Or,
Ooh,
no.
10.
Yeah, no, 7 plus 3. Yep.
That fails.
That fails, so you knock the bow out of their hand, and you deal exactly the amount of hit points he has left.
Oh, glad I mentioned non-lethal.
As you basically give a wide swipe, you not only just like cut across the chest enough to the point that you also knock the weapon far and away from him, and he just and falls back onto the ground, passed out.
Okay. I grab his bow and his spear, and I wave everybody over. He's done. And I'll begin tying him up with some rope I have.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thanks for getting him. Jeez. Sirius is, like, shaking his hand because it's a little sore from the impact.
Are you alright, Sirius?
A little sore. Nothing I can't shake off. I can still stand, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. As you guys approach this passed out guy, on close inspection, you can see that, like, once you kind of remove the leather cap and get a better look, it is kind of this dark-skinned male with shortened pointed ears, kind of this coarse hair that's been kind of like militarily cut, and as well as what looks like to be some trinkets that definitely give way that tell you that he is an Ordovheimian soldier.
I'm guessing identified with some help from Vale and maybe Abel.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess Wolf wouldn't recognize Orofheim.
Sirius might, but also, meh. He hasn't been down here, so he might not know the particulars, and No offense, but Briar's from the Feywild. She would have no idea.
I guess.
I don't think so. Briar might have some knowledge of geography, just like from political training, but probably no details. Right, Aaron?
Yeah. You're aware of the kind of like the political mess that is Ordofheim. It is ruled by a monarchy for a lot of its military action, and much of its commerce is controlled by the High Council, which are elected officials, usually nobles that run the show, with what is the Lord Chancellor, whom you are unfamiliar with. There's no name or face that kind of brings that individual to mind.
You did mention in the underground when we found the gazebo that Orifheim was a Lumerian slum about 5,000 years ago. So would Wolf know the location that this guy came from? Vaguely?
He would have come from the northwest, the massive city that is now Ordofheim. Has definitely come far from its humble beginnings.
Okay. What would it take to rouse him?
Probably some health points. As Tusker...
Cirrus can spare a health potion.
Okay. I'll make sure he's well tied up first.
Yep. Alright, buddy. Take a sip. So 2d4, let's roll that. 5 plus 4, so 9. He recovers almost everything that you took away.
As you see, as the eyes are wide open, he kind of like springs to life, just a bit panicked that he's surrounded by a bunch of unfamiliar faces. It's like, oh, shit!
You're gonna want to sit down, take a deep breath, and tell us what you're doing here.
I've bound his wrists to his ankles in a hog tie position.
Oh.
So he tries to hop up and it's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's immobilized.
Fuck.
I will sit him up.
Yeah. The hell? Fucking...
I'll grab him by his collar and I'll slap his face a few times. You listen to me.
Yeah.
I do not appreciate reckless behavior, and I don't appreciate shoot first, ask questions later. You're going to answer our questions now, or if I'm in. What are you doing out here?
You see as he kind of like looks at you, and it's like he's kind of taken aback by like not only seeing a Lumerian down here, but also seeing a rather like up close and in your face. Like he can see through the glass of the goggles and the ice cold blue veins under your face. And the silver hair that is your goatee. And I need you... Let's see. No, you don't need to make me an intimidation check. He needs to beat your intimidation check.
But he's also surrounded, so.
Yeah. Which is why he'll be doing it with disadvantage.
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna call that wisdom. So. Natural 20.
I'll use
Something.
a bonus action.
Oh no! Wait, you're right. Hold on. Disadvantage. That's gonna be a 19 instead. So. As you see, as a soldier, a proud soldier of Orderheim, as he kind of like being intimidated and stared down at, he kind of I could be asking the same thing of all of you.
I punch him square in his nose for a point of damage. And make sure to bloody it. You're mistaken. We're asking the questions.
Briar will actually step forward behind Beowulf and, like, just about almost put a hand on his shoulder. You've made your point, I think.
No. This is a tough bastard, but they crack like walnuts.
Hi.
Much as I am tempted to let you keep doing this, Cirrus will crouch down next to the man. So, you fired an arrow at me. And you hit. Congratulations. Do we want to try that again? Do you want to answer some questions this time?
I will use my bonus action this time to use retaliatory
Right.
reputation and force him to make a wisdom saving throw against my passive 17 intimidation score. If he fails, he's frightened.
Okay. I'm gonna let that happen first with Beowulf, and then I will follow up with you, Cirrus.
Yeah, okie dokie.
He rolled a 5, so he is frightened.
Hell yeah.
And Cirrus, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage.
Let's go.
Because he is.
I was
So
here
I
the
do
whole
have-
time.
Yeah, I saw you came in.
Hi, surprise.
Alright.
Anyways, back to
You
it.
missed
Shit's
some good
crazy.
stuff, Blue.
Oh no, I've been watching the notes. We're good.
Glad you can make it.
Thank you, Kendra.
No problem. Alright, so persuasion is a +2 for me, so let's see. That is a 12 plus 2, that would be 14, and it's with advantage.
Yes.
Alright, let me try again.
Natural 20.
Natural
That's
20.
my brother.
How the turns have tabled.
Exactly.
Being scared shitless by the man that has fucking hasn't ended his life yet, and then also subsequently like staring the man that he just shot at. He breaks the barrier a bit. I'm an infantry scout.
Okay. And what you doing out here?
Scouting.
Obviously scouting, but
What is your objective?
We've been hearing that there have been attacks upon the road in the north. Every trail that doesn't lead up to at least Summit has been invaded. Our weapons caches stolen from, men killed in the night, and as well as he kind of just like gets a look at all of you. Random
Yes.
adventurers getting themselves killed in the attempt of trying to assist in what should be a official military matter.
So far, the only danger we've come across is you. But you
Attacking
weren't
random
much.
adventurers.
I don't know. We seem pretty prepared for random adventurers.
What do you know of the Knolls?
They've been taking our things, stealing supplies, mostly food, killing some of our men. We recently were transporting something. The 25th Legion was transporting a prisoner.
A prisoner? I'm guessing they were very important then.
I don't know the details, but what I do know is that the prisoner was taken and they had fled with the Knolls.
Insight check.
Of course.
Ah, damn. 6.
With the 6. He's as honest as he can be, considering, again, he doesn't want to get punched.
Right.
Or shot, apparently.
Or
I
shot,
came in,
or...
all I came in was he got socked in the face and went, whoo, right into it.
Yeah. Got bopped.
Well, he shot first. He shot at Cirrus, so.
I believe it, and I'm honestly, if it wasn't Beowulf, it was probably going to be me.
Yeah. All right. Any idea what direction they might have gone?
Why do you think I'm out here?
Okay. Settle down. I'm just asking.
Where's the rest of your squad?
You see as he stops at that. You're aware of a soldier's pride. It matters a lot to you just as much as it would matter a lot to this one. If he survives, his loyalty might be paid off well.
Crack! I hit him in the nose again.
Oh! This time
Perhaps
you
you
actually
didn't hear
break
me.
something.
Good. Perhaps you didn't hear me. Where is the rest of your squad?
Fuck you. Fuck. Well, actually, no, it'd be like this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Fuck. Ah. Oh.
You ought to hurry.
We'll be happy to patch you up if you just give us some information.
I'll be happy to break more things if you don't.
I'm not really inclined to stop him either.
Oh, fine. 3 clicks northeast.
Just looking at the map here. That is towards Fort Rothschild, I believe.
Probably based off of what you might know about Fort Rothschild, it is a massive military fort for Ortifheim.
Okay.
But if his legion's this far out, they're, it's about 4-day trip by foot, 3-day by Ven Reaver.
Sadly, we don't have the Ven Reaver, so... It is on the way towards the North Tower. This isn't something that I'm telling everybody, it's just like, this player talk. It is on that way, so...
Okay. Did he mention where they were taking the prisoner, or have we asked that?
No.
We just know that, yeah.
Okay. Where were you taking the prisoner?
We're taking them closer to a Gethgajol. I don't know what, I don't know for why, but apparently this prisoner has something that we can use.
What did the prisoner look like?
There is, again, a bit of a pause before kind of like trying to recollect, given the fact that at this point he might have a mild concussion.
I'm gonna step forward and heal him.
Yeah. Okay. And like he kind of gives you a really like weird look of like that's not expected generosity, especially for the military.
I don't enjoy your tactics. Looks at Beowulf. Looks at this person.
I apologize you have to see me like this. In times of war?
We're not in war right now. Oh, I know why you're laughing, but this is not what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a war right now. We are trying to solve the Knoll issue. So, the Knolls took the prisoner. It would be good to know what they look like.
They look a lot like you two. Stares at the twins. Long dreads.
Fire genasi?
Yes. Long dreads and powerful.
Powerful?
Quite skilled
you
with the
probably-
blade, and as well as very magically inclined.
Alright. So we're looking for a fire genasi prisoner. Good with the blade.
Why did you attack?
I thought you were all bandits at first.
Opportunists,
Considering-
yeah, but bandits, no.
The entire area looked like a place of investigation. You started rummaging through it. Might have taken something that I might have needed in order to continue mine.
Let me see.
Well, what do we do with him?
Oh, we got no reason to keep him here. We can escort him back over to Fort Rothschild. And... No?
No.
Mm-mm.
We cannot go to the forts.
No.
I said toward,
So-
not to.
Still. But we have to remain here with what we're doing.
Alright. Fair enough.
Remind me, are we in the lake around the Boreal Grove or around Kerry Morath?
Around the Boreal Grove, so it's a bit more to the west. You guys can see the massive mountain range that does go towards Kerry Morath, but that's as much as it gives you.
And with the way he was describing things, the prisoner was probably being taken from Orifheim, would have gone around the north side of the Boreal Grove, through Fort Rothschild, and then to, what'd you pronounce it as? Agethkajol?
Yes, Agethkajol.
Okay.
That was the
Essentially,
plan.
We're going north. We're not going northeast directly towards Rothschild. We're going to avoid that.
And we're just investigating the lake, right?
Yeah.
The
We're-
Knolls hotspot we
Alright.
were checking out.
Fair enough.
I think
Send him on his merry way.
it would be fine to just untie him and let him go. He can find his own way.
Was there anything from this heap over here that you wanted to investigate for?
wanted to inspect the weapons and see if there might have been anything left behind. Something that might be able to tell me where they all might have gone, but it seems like all of you have a better idea.
Well, they did take a bunch of nice ones. But, Cirrus will pull one of the nice knives that he had recovered. They did take a bunch with this insignia on it.
See, as he looks at it, Alatriz. Now that's fucking concerning.
I just know that
Yes,
they've
it
been
is.
doing a bunch of raiding. There's some of their old weapons in that mound as well, so it looks like they're replacing their tools.
What do you know about Alatriz?
Who doesn't from Mordheim? They're frustratingly advanced. Alatriz popped out of nowhere and started growing quickly. We've been fighting them on the southern front, on the west end of Alanon, and many of the military excursions there have led us to at least managing to keep hold of Orikani, but that's pretty much it. The entire west end is practically taken up by the Cloudtop and the Barrenlands.
You said that your squad was escorting a prisoner and you were ambushed by these gnolls. Did the prisoner escape,
No,
or were they taken?
they were taken.
I have a feeling that they're working with this prisoner now. Unless there's someone
Maybe.
else, but
Nothing's saying this prisoner isn't a, well, prisoner to somebody else now.
They haven't been taking any other prisoners that we've seen. So they're not collecting people.
well, I wouldn't say that. When we've found these sites of the ambushes, there's been such a lack of bodies. A lack of gore. Oh. But, yes, we do have a better lead, we do have a better idea, and so we will be going about this.
You know nothing of the prisoner you were escorting? Their importance?
No.
Not even a name?
No. Insight check.
Can I also help with that? Because I have a bonus to that stuff.
At
least-
are you
At least one
proficient?
expertise die. I have
I
an
will
expertise
assist
die
you.
in it.
Proficiency. You have to have proficiency in order to help with
I
check.
do.
No, I mean for because Adara is trying to help Beowulf. Unfortunately, Adara is not proficient in insight.
Could I help Adara? Since we both wanted to make insight checks?
Go ahead, it's fine. Mine, I have an insights thing that, with a feature of mine. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's one of my maneuvers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll make one.
I'd like to make an insight too, if I could.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can do independent insights. However, if you want to give somebody advantage, you also have to be proficient in the insight, and it has to be their roll.
Okay.
So, for the sake of it, Vale, if you want the advantage, Beowulf can help with the insight because he is proficient in it. And you have the higher insight. So, up to you. Advantage or just individual rolls?
What would you like to do, Wolf?
I've only got a +4.
I have a +6.
I'll help you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, first roll.
Damn.
Second roll.
God damn.
Yeah.
Tough to
No
get first
more
roll 20.
ones.
20.
Alrighty. So I'll take the 20. After conferring a bit with Beowulf and interrogation matters, you can definitely get the sense that this guy has a bit of a tell. And you can also tell he is lying. He does know a name. He does know more about this figure than he's willing to let on.
You want to ask him, or should Cirrus?
Friggin' Vale just kind of tilts her head and is just... You soldiers have concern for those that are being ambushed and lost to this issue, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I think it would go against what you're trying to do by not telling us something that would be helping us. You'll be
Beowulf
adding on more.
Beowulf takes one of his hands and forces one pinky to extend and places his thumb against it, pushing not quite to the breaking point, but clearly to the point that he's just looking at the guy. Try thinking again, or I will play little piggy on your hands.
Wolf?
Hey.
I haven't
Stop.
broken anything yet.
I don't care, you're going too far for this. You are torturing him and treating him as if a prisoner of war. This is beyond what is acceptable right now, and you will let his hand go.
Wolf reluctantly releases his hand.
You can see he takes a sigh of relief. I only know her by her codename. She was captured in the Bourdain Sea by Admiral Ramira. Codename Firefly.
Is that familiar to any of you?
No.
No, doesn't ring any bells, but it is a good name to go by. At least we'll figure out something.
Does it
I
ring
think
any
that's all
bells
we-
for me?
Does it sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
See, I have to think of the timeline here.
Oh no. Shit.
And this is why we're working on a lore thing, so that we can better establish timelines.
Yeah.
Me and Kendra looking at each other in a different campaign.
Because
Me and Blue screaming at each other because of a different campaign.
I do know about, like, the survivors from the Sand Tide, and I remember also knowing about some of their children.
Sick.
You do?
Vaguely. I remember getting that.
You are
Remember who
aware
Vale's teacher
of...
is.
Yeah.
That is true.
In the semblance of the term of Firefly, there is nothing that comes to mind. Because I don't think Ignis would have talked about it at all, in that sense.
Not the code name, no, yeah.
Not the code name, yeah.
Okay. Then Vale just nods. It's like, alright. Believe this is enough for us. And she is going to go about untying him.
Here, use one of these. It's nice and sharp. He'll hand over a knife.
Okay. Is it easily cuts? You see the soldier kind of like, as he stands up, and like rubs his wrists and kind of like boots his ankle a bit.
Beowulf, you have his bow and spear?
Yes.
If you could hand him over to me, please.
I'll push him into his chest, hand them over.
No. Very good.
You see as he
This isn't the friendliest interaction, but we know you're just here to do a job. Like we are.
The hell are you people?
The Six Fangs.
He kind of just like looks at you. And then the rest of the party, and then he goes, I'm going to have to report this to my superior at some point, so stay out of trouble. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I will take the generosity of having my life be spared as at least the thanks I can give to all of you.
You were pretty badly hurt. Take this potion too. Just in case. I'd rather you report this alive.
You see, as for a moment he goes to kind of reach for it before stopping himself.
It's the same one I said I fed you earlier.
And he gently takes it.
All right. All right, gang, I think we should be able to continue on our way as well. We have some more information about what's going on.
Yes.
As all of you leave, you see as the soldier stops you, Beowulf, for a minute. I know a soldier when I see one.
Maybe don't shoot to kill the next group of strangers you meet. They might not be so kind as us.
If I was in your position, I would have done the same thing.
Beowulf will turn and walk away.
Kind of just nods. As this interaction passes, and all of you proceed onward into the next step of your investigation. The day moves from morning past afternoon and a little bit of the late night as all of you head into the forest a bit in order to stop and set up camp for what will be the next leg of your investigation.
Nope. Next what?
Next
Sorry,
leg
bud,
of your investigation.
Your microphone keeps cutting out.
Yeah, sorry. At least it was at the end.
Mm-hmm.
As such, tents are propped up. A kind of low-lit fire close to the ground is started, and all of you find yourselves kind of just walking around the camp a bit and collecting yourselves.
If I may. Addressing the group.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for my brutality earlier. I know my methods seem extreme. It is what I was trained to do during my military service. And it is a brutality I'm attempting to unlearn.
It's not something
You
you
were a
can
soldier.
unlearn. Sorry. Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
No, you.
Oh my god. You guys are so nice to each other. Stop it.
Or being too polite. You're a soldier from a different time. It's going to take a while to adapt.
And it's not something you can unlearn overnight, so. We'll catch you when we need to, but. A little forethought might be a little handy too, so. Think twice a couple times, and I think that's all we need from you, Wolf.
The thinking is definitely something that needs to be worked on. You're very impulsive and have caused multiple dangerous situations. The defensive strike back and knocking him out was fine, but then afterwards, immediately going into such methods is not okay.
I hear you.
You took a moment to examine the situation of a solo man that was already hurt out here and acting in a stupid way. It should give more thought. Talking should have been done first.
It should have. It certainly should have. And he'll just casually glance at Sirius's still unhealed hand.
At this point, it's probably just a slow drip and mostly just scabbed over.
Brian will kind of like raise her hands, like somewhat like placatingly, and turn towards Vale. The man did withhold information.
And we got it.
We
But it
did.
didn't need to be done through these means. I just need more thought to come. I'm not saying that violence can't happen ever. I know that it will. However, it's never been pointed out to you, Wolf, how you move so fast and impulsively right into something that is dangerous. I'm sorry to bring it up now, but I am still frankly not pleased with how the situation was handled back in the mines.
That is true, Wolf.
So I thought to bring it up now. Well, there was something to link to it.
I understand that my actions are unclear and do not seem thought out. In my time in the Grand War with Wallenstein, a moment of hesitation was the difference between life and death. A man shooting to kill Cirrus could have had more backup, could have had more dangerous ammo. A little better aim, Cirrus might not be standing here with us. And I have lost many just like Cirrus in my time. It has forced me for many years to act on impulses, because hesitation does get you killed.
There's a balance. There's a
Yes.
balance of action and thought.
Not to say I'm not grateful, but I agree. I appreciate you having my back. It's really... We definitely needed to act and respond, yes. But a couple moments of forethought in a couple of those situations might have been preferable.
I hear you all. Thank you for being honest with me.
Thank you for listening.
Of course, Vale. I'll be a moment. And Wolf is going to just take a little walk down to the lakeshore.
Okay. As you go down to walk by the shore, you see as Tusker kind of just pats the shoulder of Ian, who they both kind of been keeping their mouth shut. This is not their party. But see as Tusker just kind of pats his shoulder and then walks away into his tent.
I think Briar might follow Wolf.
Just go and follow closely behind. Wolf. As you make your way out there. You still see what are the still leftover piles of weaponry, but the soldier has long since left this place. And not too far behind are the light footfalls of Briar as she makes her way, kind of just to keep an eye on you.
Kind of keeps some of her distance, but she's not like hiding from him. She'll, stay maybe a few meters away. Or just calling out. Are you alright?
Wolf stops. Intentionally was slowing his pace so Briar could catch up before, but now it stops completely, just looking out to the lake. I don't know my place in this world. I am a man of war, bred and created specifically for it. I honored the king that led his very soldiers into battle. It was glorious for what it was. To know that kind of kinship amongst my fellow soldiers, amongst a leader who was a king, who was a god, who was a father. I find myself without those drives now, in a world that is shunning who I used to be. I am not used to this sort of rejection. Amongst comrades. I led a platoon of 400 men. I knew each and every one of their names, their families, their confidants, their interests. And they all saw me as their leader. I aspired to be like Roya. I aspired to be that beacon of leadership like he was for me. And I feel myself dimming. He picks up a rock and levitates it out into an arc into the lake. I feel many things I am not accustomed to. But more than anything, it is he now gently looks to Briar, and there is a deep sadness in his deep crystal, almost amethyst eyes. I feel shame. I keep endangering you and the others. I keep scaring my comrades with my recklessness, with my brutality,
with my old habits and ways, and well,
You're not the only hot-headed member of this party. I know you feel like you're trying to still find your place in this new age, in this new world, but you're not alone in it. She kind of looks away, like kind of just timidly. I care about you. And I know that the rest of the party, while they have concerns, I'm sure that they do too. And whatever we all come across, we're going to face it together. We're not as grand as a platoon. But I still see a leader in you.
I care for you as well, Briar. And the others. I suppose that is why I do not hesitate when I see one of you in danger.
I know. But I think in some cases, perhaps you should also trust us to handle ourselves.
I am learning to do that. You are all far more capable than I first assumed. And that is an oversight I am still correcting. You are all incredible. Truly. I just hope my place in this world still remains by your sides.
I think that it will be.
If I should ever hinder that, please don't hesitate with me.
Have you seen me mince words?
Hair flip. Sorry.
No, you do have quite a way with them.
Do you need some time to yourself? Or shall we join the others?
I think I'm ready to rejoin.
Okay.
Thank you for this. And a little mage hand apparates visibly, and he extends his hand in the same manner, to offering it to take Briar's hand.
Yeah, she takes it, and
No.
she kind of leads him back.
For a good portion of the way back, just a thick, gloved-looking mage hand is holding her hand, fingers intertwined.
Aww. We love Peepaw!
He's our favorite Peepaw.
He's trying.
I figure at this point, by the time they come back, Adara and Cirrus are finished making some dinner.
Yep.
Not sure what, but I'm pretty sure these two are creative enough to think of something new.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of food to work off of. So you both are eagerly invited to a plate.
Again, with the exception of Tusker, who has gone into his tent at this point. You find yourselves consuming dinner. And as the night proceeds onward, you all begin to take watch. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Briar.
Yes.
During your watch, given the fact that it is quite late, but you need only 4 hours of trance, you find yourself kind of walking through camp, and you take note that Tusker's tent is open.
She might kind of walk past, see if she can catch a glimpse of if he's inside or not.
Nothing. He is not there. The armor, however, upon closer inspection of the tent, you notice that there is a very fancy-looking bed. What looks like to be this array of reflective dark tablets, and as well as the armor stand with what looks like to be his full set of armor there.
So he's not wearing his armor.
He is not wearing his armor, but he's not here.
That's concerning.
Left his
Okay.
iPads everywhere.
Yes, Briar's gonna kind of look around, see if she can find a trace of him.
Sure, make me a perception check.
21.
21. All right. As you go
Ain't nothing getting
to
past us today.
investigate and take a look around, you head out towards the lake and kind of get a view to see if you might be able to catch him out there. You do not. But as you look around, you see something kind of like thin and gangly kind of just enter into the forest and start making its way towards the camp.
Uh-oh. She's gonna quickly head back to camp.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't like that.
Yeah.
Thin and gangly?
Yeah.
Don't
Ugh.
like that at all. Uh-oh. Run back to camp.
Yeah.
Nope,
as
nope.
you begin to rush back to camp, you see nothing around here. And as quickly as you try to see that nothing is around here, you see the flap of Tusker's tent go up as it just closes off.
I think she's going to approach his tent.
All right, you go to approach the tent, and you see it is closed and buttoned up. Almost messedly so, almost as if it was quickly done.
She's gonna kind of shout through the flap of the tent. Tusker, are you in there?
You hear shit. Yes, and you kind of messedly hear the sound of metal being kind of clang together. Yes. Lady Briar.
She's gonna open the tent flap. She's not gonna wait. She's gonna open the tent flap.
Wait. And as you open the tent flap, you see standing, starkly and boldly, a massive skeleton.
Not another one!
Oh.
Okay. Every fucking season, there is a skeleton man.
And you kind of like see as this skeleton rapidly trying to put on gauntlets and greaves, while also kind of wrapped around the waist is a towel. Weirdly enough, and this is what's truly strange to you, the towel seems to be floating on nothing. And the bones seem to not even connect towards the edges of the armor. Furthermore, upon closer inspection, as you look inside the armor, it looks strangely technological. Like, you've seen magical advancements and technological advancements here in just the short time that you have, but this is different. And you kind of just see as he's like this, and just the skeletal jaw being open.
That's kind of what Briar looks like. She looks fucking flabbergasted. She's
Oh my god.
she's bewildered.
Don't scream. Don't yell, don't scream, don't...
What
Keep it down.
are you? Why shouldn't I scream? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't scream. What in the hells are you?
I'm me. I am who I am.
That's a
I'm
bad
Tusk America.
answer.
I know it sounds like a
any
bad
of us hear
answer. No, they're trying to.
She enters the tent.
Yeah.
Just a frantic. Close the gate behind you.
As he kind of just like you see the skeleton kind of sidestep towards you. Just understand, I don't want to fundamentally explain this, but I'm not undead. At the very least, you can believe me when I say I'm not undead. Do undead do this?
Val,
It's just like,
she is staring blankly at him. She is so unamused right now.
See, I'm not
If you
undead.
bullshit me,
I'm not
I will
bullshitting.
tell every other member of my party. Who else knows about this?
Nobody, absolutely nobody. Well,
Not even Ian?
not even Ian.
Well, if you're not undead, if you're not some lich that I should put down right now,
I'm not a lich.
why didn't you tell us?
Are you serious? Look at me. This is not something that you could just explain to people. It took quite a bit of convincing in order to at least have Lord Rosewall understand.
Lord Rosewall knows.
partially.
What does that mean?
He knows that there's something different about me. He has a second sense about these sorts of things. He just doesn't know what I look like under the armor.
Where were you just now?
I was bathing in the lake. Do you have any idea how sweaty this thing is?
Well, if you're not undead and you're not a lich, quote unquote, not a lich, what are you?
I am Lord Tusker Miracle the Fifth. I'm from a land known as Meridium.
Does that mean anything to Briar?
It means almost everything. It kind of explains a little bit about him. He mentioned that he's from the south end of Hollingrad, which is a northeastern nation, but the recent arrival of the nation of Meridium had appeared shortly before the New Age. Nobody has been able to get onto that nation's land at all. Nobody has been able to get there. Or at least anybody that has ever gotten there has never come back. So, I am from Meridium, and I came to Alanon after hearing from many scouts that have managed to land upon this country, and they had found a particular substance that I have been investigating myself. More importantly, I had discovered that my nation has connections to the dungeon beneath Carrymorth. This is the reason why I'm here. Well, partially. As he embarrassingly... Oh, would you mind turning around? I do not wish to stand here in just a towel.
Oh my god.
Briar's face will kind of heat a little bit as she kind of realizes, and she'll awkwardly turn around.
Poor Tusker.
Yeah.
Why did he get naked before leaving his tent?
Easier to leave and not be heard when you don't have armor on.
Because clang, clang,
Yeah.
clang, clang, clang.
Yeah.
He unfolds as he
Also
unfolds
What's he hiding?
Yeah. Does he have a pin?
Don't look at my
You
bone.
don't see anything. His flesh is entirely invisible. Everything that is flesh, all that is left behind is bone.
We're all
Hey.
supposed to be asleep, but Uzu's killing us in the sidelines here.
As
Please don't look at my ghost ween.
you can see, it's kind of just simple slacks, a extremely tight shirt with what you can see as a notable outline of musculature, and You can see as he kind of like also puts on just his greaves, his van braces, and the helmet. You may look now.
We're laughing way too much.
It's Uzu's fault, once again.
Oh, thank you, Uzu.
Is it safe for me to turn around?
Yes, you may look now.
So kind of bashfully turn around, crossing her arms. You being from Meridian still doesn't quite explain why you're like this.
Well, this is my own fault, unfortunately. Well, you see, I'm much like my ally, Lord Amun-Ra. He is a herald, much like I. I performed a sacrilegious act out of anger and spite.
What did you do?
I broke my oath to the crown. And as such, this is my punishment.
So they cursed you to be this way.
Yes. Or at least the repercussions of my actions did.
Was it your king or a god who cursed you?
It would have been my king, in a way, but to put it quite clearly, it's difficult to say if the events that led up were not some cosmic repudiation, but this was a doing of my own hand. So I would like to...
Maybe we can help you.
I do apologize, but this is a private matter. And I am afraid that even you, Lady Briar, cannot help me. Nobody can.
If we are to be allies, if we are to work together, you really should have trusted us.
I've only known you for 4 days. And I do trust you, but I... In case you might not know, this has caused me quite a deal of trouble. It's not easy.
I can imagine.
So it's not easy to explain this to people, let alone is it something I want people seeing anyways. People knowing.
If this is a curse, there must be some way to reverse it. And certainly, 2 heads or even 6 are better than 1.
I must apologize, but no.
So you'll live this way for the rest of your life?
I never said that. I just cannot accept your help at the moment.
And why not? If we are to trust you throughout this mission in the Boreal Grove, then why can you not accept our help?
Is my trust truly contingent on revealing my identity?
You know who I am.
I do, but that is your choice, and it is my choice to tell my own truth.
I'm not saying that we need to go to the source of the curse, but there certainly must be some magical remedy.
That is why I am doing my best to investigate this. It is why I have brought myself here, why I am trying to look into which oil and what technologies might be able to help me. But alas, that this is my path, and my path that I wish to walk alone. Now, I will provide you any form of assistance, and I can certainly provide you any means of combat and or emergency healing, but please do not force my hand on this. As a prince to a princess.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're not the only one who's cursed, you know. I only wanted to help. But if you won't take it, that's on you. But I do think that you should tell the others.
Perhaps in due time. But again, that is my decision.
You must think me a very generous person to not tell them.
Are you not?
Just the tilt of the helmet.
Briar kind of grimaces as she wonders, am I or am I not? She's very conflicted.
I've seen how you...
For now. Mm-hmm.
I've seen how you speak to Lord Risenbull. He's spoken.
What does that
of
have
you
to do
quite-
with anything?
He has spoken of your peculiarities.
Her grimace deepens. Like he's talking shit. And
Not
what
in a bad
about my
way.
peculiarities?
That you have a fiery spirit, though you may be encased in ice. I think he appreciates you in a weird way.
Don't deflect. She looks. She was distracted by that for a second, but now she's mad. She's like, you know, I should tell the others. Don't take advantage of my generosity. Even if I keep this from them for now, who's to say that I will for long?
Well then, I will certainly be in quite a bit of trouble now, wouldn't I?
I'm not a cruel person. Despite whatever Lord Risenbaugh may have told you.
Well then, as he kind of just like scratches the bottom of the helmet.
I suppose we have an agreement.
For now. You can't just hide this indefinitely.
I've managed to make it this far, for this long.
Well, yes, but now there's another variable. You didn't factor in me. And I can be petty. And I don't like when people keep secrets.
This is rather funny if you look back at episode 1.
It is like staring at like just the like trying to stare into the slots of the helmet is fucking so difficult. It's hard to read him.
Well, I appreciate whatever time you do give me, then.
Try not to get caught.
Fair enough.
And as he waves his hand, you see as the flap opens and you are given leave, and as the flap recloses.
Briar just kind of shakes her head as she leaves. Just kind of just scratching the back of her head like, what the fuck just happened? What was that?
I just saw
He's apparently talking about you.
skeleton
Oh
man.
my god, he's talking about her! He thought that was gonna distract her, and it almost did.
And now it's gonna bother her the rest of the night.
Like, what shit is he talking?
Yeah. Alright, well then. As the night comes to a close, and as day begins to rise, a new day begins. But with that, I believe that's where we're going to go ahead and end today's session. Woo! Yeeby!
Ooh.
Woo!
Thanks for running, Yarrow. Fun session.
Yeah! Got some good Briar moments in.
Mm-hmm.
And some very interesting Vale moments in. Alright. Well then, friends, you guys will be continuing your investigation next week, but as like anything, we have to come to a close today because time is of the essence. So, we'll go ahead and do some quick personal announcements, and we'll head on off. I don't really have too much to announce. I'm just going to be busy with getting the new studio set up. Ow, in advance. Youch.
Yeah, there will be a lot
Ouch.
of moving and sore muscles and this, that, the other thing.
Yeah, so, there won't be any streams for me for quite some time. I might just be chilling and just playing some games on my own while I recover whenever I can. But for the time being, I'm just going to be focusing on all of this. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Woo! But yeah. With that being said, I don't really have too much else to announce. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up a little bit later. Can't wait to show you guys some pictures of the studio and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm going to go ahead and end my turn of things. So I'm going to send it over to Tara.
Who, me?
You.
All right. I don't have a whole lot going on. I've been writing some stuff that might come out one day, hopefully. You can find me at Blue Sky at Tara Corbin VO or YouTube, Tara Corbin. That, I believe, is it for me. Next to me is B, Pastel Werewolf, who was unable to join us today, but B is very cool, and you should check her out on Blue Sky, at least, at Pastel Werewolf.
Yeah, they make HEOR.
How about you, Blue?
Hi, I was here the whole time. I don't know what y'all talk about. Hi.
I heard you check in several times. Don't worry, you're fine.
No, I just thought it was funny. I didn't even expect to be here today, so this was like a surprise. This was just the tanks, making sure none of y'all's are dying. I'm kidding. Hi, it's me.
Scratch.
Doing our best.
Yeah, that made me so worried. I was like, oh shit, I don't want combat when our tanks are gone.
I mean, you guys would still have them. We just wouldn't have any speaking roles. I don't really have anything to say because technically I wasn't supposed to be here this week, and I'm definitely not going to be here next week. So it was good to pick up on the vibes of coming in at I punched the guy square in the face. All right. Anyway, I love you guys. You can catch me at Blue Sky under the name Blue Casadate. I don't have any streams or anything going on right now because I'm going on vacation, so I'm going to pass it to Kendra.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Kendra. You can find me at Transient Day, mostly on either Tumblr or Blue Sky. I'm mostly going to be helping out Aaron and also working on school stuff. So I got a very packed schedule for the next 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
man.
luck.
Because we're moving at the end of April, and then we got a whole bunch of stuff happening in May, and then you finish school in June.
June.
Yeah.
I finished school in June. So.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be things for me. I might hop in on other streams. I might do this, that, the other thing. I'm not sure. Hopefully I can get back to doing some art because goddamn, there's stuff that I really want to finish and put up, but I can't because I'm so busy and
Like our collab?
like our collab, yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have it. It's just
I know, I'm just poking at you.
Anyway, I think that's it from me. I'm gonna hand it over to Uzu.
Hey, that's me. Hey, I'm Rogue Uzu on Blue Sky, Patreon, YouTube, Twitch. I'm always Rogue Uzu. I draw a lot. You can commission me. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. That's me. You go Rymac.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Rymac, or Rymac the Kobold, on Blue Sky and Twitch and YouTube. I've got a couple projects going on right now. We're in the midst of recording Fallout Cascadia, our TTRPG show that's coming to YouTube pretty soon. And I've got a lot of art I'm doing, so look around Blue Sky for that. That's all from me, though. Back to you, Yarrow.
Alrighty. Well then. That being said, nothing else pressing? Aside from favoriting, subscribing, and hyping?
Yes. do like, subscribe, share with your friends. Hype if you're on mobile on YouTube. I think you can hype up to 3 times a week.
Yes.
And do please check out our sponsors. We've got Ian Publishing, D&T, and do please nab up something from Volante before they're all gone because it is going
They are
fast.
almost all gone.
So yes, I think that may be everything.
Alright, well then. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. We hope you stay safe out there. We love you, and as always, see you next Sunday. Bye, everyone.
See you next Sunday.
Bye.